The NDN Collective. We're here with what looks like some older folks have sat down in front of the entranceway to where the cop city is being built. You can see there's police vehicles being moved in. Right now they're trying to, if you can zoom in on this, they're trying to lift this elder up, and they moved vehicles in front. They moved everyone back. You can see they're putting some barricades in front to make sure people can't get close to document what's going on. They moved their vehicles in front as well to make sure you can't see what's happening. From my understanding, there's 4 people who are sitting down. Move to the right. They're sitting down just to block the entrance. So it looks like what I'm saying is like a DeKalb Police Department is here. City of Atlanta Police Department is here. And again, we just got here. We don't really know exactly what's going on. We're trying to figure it out as well with you.
Are there other briefs that individuals would like to express?
So
Hold that in our hearts.
So we're just trying to figure out what's going on as well. But you can see that, from my understanding, you can see they're cuffing, they're trying to lift this person up, trying to cuff them with handcuffs right now. An elder, they need their cane to move. You can hear people chanting. And there's also like this razor wire that's been pulled across. From my understanding, that it was like pulled across when people came and sat down. It looks like it's like there's gonna be a lot of different actions. This is different groups. I don't really know who or what. We're just kind of figuring it out and showing you what's happening here in Atlanta as people continue to try to stop Cop City. People are they're singing. Move this way. It's right there. Stop. To your right. Right here, homie, where I'm standing. Right between the 2 vehicles. So there's another elder on the ground. The police are trying to lift him up.
Leave the grandmothers alone. We're here for the water. We're here for the trees. We're here for future generations. We're here for the water. We're here for the trees. We're here to keep them safe.
So yeah, again, I'm just here. People are trying to via Torch Chiquita. This is a Stop Cop City site. We were here a few months ago. Completely different. You can see the trees are being clear cut. Again, we're talking about how these trees are a sacred site. They're providing just air for all of humanity, I guess, and there's leveling it to put in a training site in. People seem to have organized themselves to just try to stop it. By that, I mean they brought some chairs out, they sat them down in front of the site, and now people are on the ground. The police are trying to move the folks who are holding that space, and they've also moved everyone back. They extended these like little barricades in front of people saying that we can't cross. And we just wanted to bring you here. Again, we're just trying to catch up on what's going on, and I'm going to see if I can speak to someone and give us a little bit of a clearer detail. But right now, again, we just got here. It looks like there's folks that are blocking the entranceway. There's multiple police vehicles. The folks blocking the entranceway are elders.
You still have a choice.
The world is watching. Leave them alone. Stop hurting
Let's see, I can see someone on the ground. Police are handcuffing to all these elders who are just sitting in chairs. Who are chanting, "We see you, we love you."
We see you. We love you. We see you. We love you. We see you. We love you. We see you. We love you.
Yeah, and the other thing too is the forest protects nearby black neighborhoods from flooding, and flooding has already increased as they continue to destroy the land that was protecting it from flooding. So these trees are no longer here to take up that water, and now it's spreading. And also, as they clear cut this area, they're putting different dirt and soil on top. It looks like, which again will change how the water moves. So now, so they have people handcuffed now, sitting on the ground. Looks like they're trying to lift folks up. Again, some of the elders have canes. Obviously, needed some sort of support to move, and now the police are just moving them by trying to carry them and taking their canes away.
I've got roots like a forest. I've got roots like a forest in my soul. I've got roots like a forest. I've got roots like a forest. I've got roots like a forest in my soul. I've got love.
So it looks like they're putting people into the police vehicles right now, and I think they're going to probably pull them back into the site, unless they're going to try and move everybody who's in the front of the site. There's probably like 20 or 30 people gathered here. You can hear them singing. We'll just listen for a second.
I've got love like an ocean. I've got love like an ocean in my soul. I've got. I love you, Priscilla.
Yeah, they're carrying people into the vehicles right now. These elders, I'm not sure. I can't guess ages, but they're, like I said, cane support to move, and they're just lifting them up with handcuffs on, which seem, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna run off, but here they are. Can you tell us a little bit more about Stop Cop City and what's going on here?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just one in a series of different groups of, protesting, Cop City, the building of this facility here on this site, in this community, with just devastating impacts on the environment.
Yeah, what is it doing to water to remove all of these trees? Like flooding has been happening more?
Well, the big issue now has been with the sediment runoff. The entrenchment creek's right down the road here, and it's on what's called a 303D list of endangered waters. The destruction of the trees impacts water quality, the wildlife, the environment, the atmosphere, the quality of life. I mean, this 171-acre site here it was just irreplaceable for the environmental health of this community. And generally for the city of Atlanta. I mean, we don't have that much green space left in the city of Atlanta, so to lose this is it's just a devastating blow, and seemingly, no one with an authority at the city of Atlanta gets it.
Yeah, and so right now we're looking at this, it's like been clear cut. What was this like before?
Oh, this was all trees. I mean, for the longest, I couldn't come out here. I mean, I actually got sick. It was all trees. And they leveled it with haste. I mean, they knew that, they thought that leveling the trees would kind of diminish the resistance, but it hasn't. It just has emboldened folks all over again.
What was that like for you to come back? I mean, so you're saying you're sick, so you didn't see this happen. You came here and one day the trees are just gone?
No, they were not gone in a day, but it was pretty damn quick. Yeah. We have been working, Southfield Watershed Alliance has been working in this community, in this watershed, for, since 1997. I've been president of the board for about 13 years now, and all of our focus has been on protecting the environment because, as I always say, as the environment goes, so goes the community. So this kind of thing starts, it doesn't stop. The community just can't recover.
Yeah, can you explain, like, as the environment goes, the community goes? Or?
Yeah, I mean, folks really, they don't stop to think about, the community, just where this is happen. Communities just don't disintegrate. They just don't become negatively impacted by environmental degradation. It starts with the environment, and it spreads out to the community. And that's what's happened in southeast Atlanta and this part of DeKalb County, that, you know, the river, the streams, the green space has been impacted, and the community goes with it because, you know, people live very close to this 171-acre site. And, you know, now where there used to be trees and wildlife and cleaner air and cooler temperatures, now they're faced with just the opposite.
Yeah, when you mention that too, like people don't realize, like taking away these trees takes away shade, and then also so the truckers, I think they're cheering us on. The truckers cheering folks on. But yeah, so they take away the trees, they're going to cover it in concrete. Like, what does that do to the temperature? You know, as we're experiencing heat waves. Like, can you talk to that?
That's exactly it. I mean, this much concrete will just raise the temperature. And, you know, if you raise the temperature in an area, you know, a couple of 3-4 degrees consistently, you know, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's not just the city of Atlanta. The city of Atlanta has cut down its trees with abandon. So this was the largest remaining piece of green space in the city of Atlanta. That's a big deal. Whoa. The last one.
It was like one. So this was one of the biggest green spaces, and it's just been like they're obliterating it.
Right. This was the largest piece of green space left in Atlanta. You know, it was 300 acres. Atlanta likes to say that, oh, this facility is only 85 acres. You know, this facility is an 85-acre footprint.
You think they'll put down even more forests now that they've gotten good?
Oh, I mean, Atlanta has just no respect for green space. I mean, development is just rampant, and it's all clear cutting. Development doesn't occur.
They disobey their own tree ordinances.
Yeah, well, they do that a lot too.
Wait, can you introduce yourself really quick? You stay with the Clean Water.
My name, yeah, I learn a lot. Jackie Eccles, I'm board president of South River Watershed Alliance. So yeah, I mean, we've been fighting, you know, environmental destruction for a long time, and what we see now is just. You know, destruction on steroids. You know, when you just destroy the largest piece of green space left in the city of Atlanta, that's a big deal. I mean, there is no more. This is it. And the impact will be significant and for generations, because you cut it down here, then what's to keep them from, because, you know, think about it. And they know it's true because they want it to be known that, oh, this is only 85 acres. You know, we saved, you know, the difference between 85 and 171. But you can see it's not the same. Green space is not a tree at a time. You know, the protection that green space provides is in totality the impact of 171 acres, or in this site, 300 acres of green space. Once that's gone, you can't replace it, you know, and it will just keep occurring. And but you know, it can't occur for so long because you have more buildings and green space. So as you cut down what's here, there's nothing but heat, stormwater runoff, bad air, you know, all of the bad ramifications of just environmental destruction and the impact on the community.
Yeah,
we're talking folks who, from a health standpoint, are more impacted by environmental degradation than anyone else. You know, and that's what we, you know, have here. If you look at asthma, if you look at heart attacks, if you look at all of the environmentally induced kinds of health issues, this will only exacerbate that.
Yeah, I wonder, like, where the disconnect happens. Like,
they have no respect for nature.
Because, like, you know, humans or whatever, like, we've set up all these cities where the places are nice. There's a river, there's some trees, there's animals, and then, like, as we continue to stay there, cities are making the decisions to destroy the reasons why a city was here in the first place.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, you just look at Atlanta all over. It's the same thing. We have an attraction and a love for concrete. You know, actually, even all of our paths in this city primarily are concrete. you know,
Concrete's not going to give them oxygen.
yeah, and you know, there are other ways to do it. You know, there's soft paths. There are other ways to do it, but that's just it's concrete. You know, and concrete.
Do you want to share where you can find more information? Your organization, you have a website.
Yeah, South River Watershed Alliance. Anybody can find us and find me at southriverga.org. You know, we are the only organization fighting for the South River and Entrenchment Creek, this side, southeast, South Atlanta. That's us.
Right on. Well, thanks for telling me all that. You know, thanks for sharing that. All that information is just so important. So this speaking of somebody just talking about what the effects are in the environment and how when the environment's gone, they're saying the community is going to be gone. You know, and how taking away these trees can increase the temperature, right? I don't think people understand that as these things are happening, the temperature is going to be increasing, and it's already increasing because this is happening everywhere. And right here is this focal point where people are trying to stop it in Atlanta for this majority black neighborhood where this forest was located. So this thankful to be able to learn from her. It looks like the police are going to try to move. I'm thinking it looks like they just moved the razor wire, kind of. Yeah. So let's hold it here for a second. Also, the history of the land is full of, the history of this land too is full of like a lot of pain and colonization. This is the traditional territories of the Mvskoke people, many of whom were forcibly removed by colonizers, and then a plantation, and then a prison farm where black and indigenous relatives were enslaved for labor, and now Cop City. Nearby here, as we're driving in, there is multiple incarceration facilities, just like really large prisons, big Department of Justice signs, because that's what justice, I guess, looks like right here in front of you. And so let's sharing that as well. People invoking Tortuguita, who was murdered by the police. All right, so the police are going to try to tell people to move right now because they're going to try to bring the vehicles out. We'll probably move across the street here when that happens. Yeah. And then we're probably going to take this down again. We're going to be live multiple places throughout the week. Again, we just learned this was happening, and here we are. As you can tell at the beginning of this, I didn't really know what was going on. Just trying to piece it together with you all. So thanks for joining. Again, this is traditional Mvskoke land. A wide variety of different people are fighting to stop Cop City for a lot of different reasons. We heard from somebody talking about how the water is being degraded by this construction. So there's flowers on the ground. There's a lot of flowers here. People are holding flowers. They're trying to hold that space in front of the gate. Again, there's multiple sort of weeks of action that are overlapping. I can't. This is I don't know. Just a group of people that looked like elders. It was elders. They're gonna come out right here right now.
We love you.
So there's a lot to the police.
We love you.
Hello, Jonathan. We love you. So we have people in the back. They're putting peace signs out. Another vehicle is shooting out. More people in there. Here on the face of the other side. They're saying we love you. Now the police are moving back the barricades. All right, we're gonna see what's going on now. All right, so I can see that's police officer now is like blocking off. There's a helicopter flying overhead as well. They just showed up. I think, I mean, that was. Well, again, thanks for joining us. We just wanted to pop up real live, real quick, as this was happening to show you sort of what's going on here, how people are taking different actions throughout the week. These folks decided they're going to sit down with a sign saying "Stop Cop City." It was elders. They were handcuffed by the police. They were carried into vehicles and placed in there. Their canes were taken away, and now they've been taken to a facility. I'm not sure which jail they're going to. I think people will be tracking that down. We're going to be here on the ground all week trying to figure out, trying to get to places, trying to show you what's going on. So just keep following, and we'll be back. I think later tonight maybe with a panel discussion. I'm not sure. We're just going to keep looking around where it be. So if you have information, let us know. Because we don't know. And yeah, we'll just keep bringing it live when it's time. But let's let it roll for a second, and I'm going to check some things. And yeah, thanks. People trying to the building facility. There's a police helicopter flying overhead. It looks like it has definitely has like a camera mount on its side, big ball on it. It's kind of swirling around. It looks like they're looking at the other side of the site. From my understanding, there's two entrances when I was hearing people talk about, one here and then one on the other side. And people were thinking they're going to take those arrestees to the other side, but they actually came out this end.
And we know that safety comes from the forest. We know we get safe when we're with each other, protecting the land.
All right, we came back for a second. We're going to take it down.